matches added to Bound for Glory, a championship match added to Victory Road. Santino Marella has something special in store for a TNA champion, and the final negotiation announced between the Hardys and Team 3D for the Minneapolis tapings. Hello everyone, I'm John, and welcome to Sudden Impact, your premier destination for everything about TNA wrestling. Subscribe to avoid missing updates, otherwise, sorry about your damn luck. The most recent episode of Impact, which was a live episode that aired this Thursday on Access TV, TNA Plus, TNA's YouTube channel, and TNA's international broadcasters, featured several matches added to the Bound for Glory card, with a number one contender for the Knockouts World Championship match decided as Indy Hartwell won a three-way between Danny Luna and Jody Threat. Now, this comes as Threat, who technically won the Knockouts Gauntlet last week to determine the Knockouts World Championship contender, did not want to win it that way and put her championship opportunity on the line in this match. So this match could have gone either way, and I really do like the dynamic now between Jody Threat and Danny Luna and Indy Hartwell, especially with Danny Luna having turned heel recently as the Knockouts Gauntlet match. Hartwell immobilized and took out Danny Luna to make it a one-on-one between herself and Jody Threat in this match, and just had the more experience and more going behind her to actually pick up the victory and get the number one contendership for the Knockouts World Championship at Bound for Glory. In the opening segment of TNA Impact, the World Championship match was announced between Trick Williams and the challenger Mike Santana by Director of Authority Santino Marella. This brought out Santana, who promised that he would win the championship at TNA's biggest event of the year, not only for the fans, but for his family and for TNA wrestling as a whole, because Trick Williams is not a worthy champion in his mind, as he's an NXT wrestler and just doesn't carry himself as the way that a TNA world champion should. However, Williams provided an update later on in the show on his X account saying that he wasn't happy about defending the championship at Bound for Glory, taking credit for TNA's recent successes, citing the biggest North American crowd in the company's history, a potential new TV deal, and increased interest in TNA. It was also announced that the new Knockouts World Champion, Ash by Elegance, would defend her championship against Marsha Slamovich at the Victory Road event on September 26th in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Now, this comes as Slamovich interrupted the Elegance brand's championship celebration for Ash. I like that they are making matches for both Victory Road and Bound for Glory, as both events are happening within a short amount of time between each other, and they will have barely any time to build to either event. In a backstage segment, Santino Marella was approached by Leon Slater, who asked for who his challenger would be. Santino said that he was planning something special for the X Division champion. It is going to be interesting to see what Santino Marella comes up with for Slater's challenger, and whether it will happen at Victory Road or Bound for Glory. I think this is a brilliant way to build hype for the match, which will most likely happen at Bound for Glory, with speculation of who will be the challenger for Slater's championship uncertain. But we shall see. For news on who Slater's challenger will be, subscribe to Sudden Impact, as it will be phenomenal. Finally, TNA Wrestling announced that the final negotiation between the Hardys and Team 3D will happen during the Minneapolis tapings of Impact. This comes as the two teams will have their final match at Bound for Glory, where Team 3D challenges the Hardys for their World Tag Team Championships. Now, this match will mark the first time the two teams have faced each other since 2014. You do not want to miss this match. These two tag teams redefined tag team wrestling in the early 2000s with their innovative matches across both TNA and WWE. As previously mentioned on this channel, tickets are selling fast for Bound for Glory, with the Songa Center website being down for the past few days. However, you can still purchase tickets from the Ticketmaster website when purchasing tickets for other TNA events. You can also watch Bound for Glory on the TNA Plus app, on pay-per-view in the US, and on Triller TV internationally. That's all for this episode of Sudden Impact. Subscribe to Sudden Impact so you won't miss out on any development on these or previous stories. And I want to say a special thank you to all of my subscribers. Without you, I would not be able to make these videos. As always, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.